So
Cool. So I got a thing I found here that I really liked. I'd like to share with you guys. Everybody see that?
Michael Phelps, yeah.
You don't see my screen?
Yeah, I said Michael Phelps.
yeah,
All right.
When I said I wanted to win 8 gold medals, basically half the people in the swimming world thought I was absolutely crazy and nobody could ever do something like that. But for me, I was somebody who believed in it and somebody who believed in the process of getting there. I knew it wasn't going to happen overnight, like I said before. But every little small thing that we did was a small stepping stone in order to even be able to have that chance and that opportunity to do what I did in 2008. So, when I say from 2002 to 2008 was basically trial and error. So for me in 2002, that's really when I started amping up my event schedule, where I was swimming 4 to 5 individual events and having a couple relays at Pan Pacs, World Championships, major international competitions throughout that time frame. Because at that time at the Olympic Games, that's a tough. I mean, that's where I think the real truth comes out, because I think there are a lot of people who are very talented who can make it there. There are very few people who can deal with the pressure and the stress that happens when we're there. So that's why I say we had to make sure that we were physically, emotionally, and mentally ready, because I had to be ready to be able to kind of manage my emotions through that week. Yeah, winning a gold medal is absolutely incredible. There's nothing better than standing on the podium listening to your national anthem play after you had just won a gold medal. But for me, I'm somebody who I knew that I had 7 other events after the first day. So I have to throw that in the back of my head. I got to throw that race out. Even though if I, even like in 08, I broke a world record, won gold, won my first gold medal. Like I was like, cool, like things are starting really well. So I have to put that behind me to then get ready for the next race. And on top of that, I have to make sure I'm eating the right amount, I'm sleeping the right amount, my body is as fresh as I can possibly be. So that means sitting in an ice tank, getting massages, getting stretched, all of these small things that end up adding up to the major end result. And that was something that we learned through that process. So for us, we always also tried to compare. Every day is a new challenge, right? Every day is a challenge, is a day that we can prepare ourselves even more. So for us, we would call it putting money into the bank. So at the end of the year, when we had a major international competition, we could withdraw that money that we had saved throughout the year. And look, I'll be the first one to tell you, there were a lot of days where I did not want to get out of bed. And I guarantee you, if I ask the question here, if everybody is excited to get out of bed every single day, if I saw a hand, I'm going to blatantly call you a liar. Because we all know that is far from the truth. But if you have those little small goals, those little small things that get you excited when you don't want to, it's going to make it even better and even easier at the end when you're getting ready for a presentation or the end of the year or this or that, whatever event you're leading up to. It's going to make it so much easier. And I think if you look at the greats in anything that in any walk of life, the greats do things when they don't always want to. And that's the separation. For me, that's what I've found. Because I can sure as hell tell you that there were days where I hated my coach. There were days where we got in fights, we got in arguments, we couldn't stand what we were doing. I would do things purposely to piss him off, but that's a different story. But I think that was just really how we worked. Like he was somebody who was so perfect for me that if I ever would have swam for anybody else, I would have had the chance to do what I did, because he challenged me in ways and forced my mind to think differently. For me as a kid growing up, I'm huge into music, and music is a big part of my life. And I'm a huge Biggie Smalls fan, and he wrote a song called "The Sky Is the Limit." And as a kid growing up, I believed that. I believed that whatever I put my mind to, and if I was willing to make sacrifices and I was dedicated, that I could achieve absolutely anything.
And you still do.
I still do.
Hmm. So I thought that was really cool, especially coming from that guy. And hearing what he had to say is so applicable to what I'm doing, what we're doing. I think, setting big goals, all the naysayers out there showing up every day when you don't want to. And I was thinking about our SMART goals for the week and how consistency over time pays huge dividends. and just getting out there every day and doing what you don't want to do, being consistent, even if you don't want to do it, is it's really been helping me out, especially over the last few weeks. I also heard this cool quote, and it's the price of success is hate. The price of authenticity is being disliked, and the price of improving yourself is loneliness. But thought you guys would enjoy that and just have a positive mindset going into the week to kick ass and get shit done. So,
Nice. Yeah,
yeah.
fun fact for I'm gonna steal Mary's thunder here. She's once removed from that dude.
Who?
From Phelps.
Oh yeah, my CEO swam with him. Like he knows them. He knows any major swim star. He knows them very well. I go like, could you text him? He goes, yeah, I won't. Give me your phone. He's all shut up.
I love swimming. I spent a lot of time in the pool as a kid.
Yeah, just Google Brian Jones. He's like, he just made the UT Hall of Fame. It's crazy. And it's like he's psycho though. They're crazy. Like detail, you talk about detail oriented. The guy has an electrical engineering degree, a master's from UT, and a JD. Dumb smart. Just kidding.
Dumb smart.
Can confirm most of my friends that are swimmers are doing pretty well.
Yeah, it's just that discipline they have is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Showing up to do what you don't want to do every day over and over again. And that's how we
For a nanosecond.
do in the
Makes
market.
me makes me wonder where that discipline went for me from high school.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you can get burnt out from that because it's a lot, but I don't know. It's crazy.
Yes. What we're doing is kind of crazy, but it's
It
awesome.
is.
Yeah.
I love the coaching and the support and the like how you automatically get immersed and you get to surround yourself with all the people you want to be around that are telling you what to do, that know how to do it because they've already done it.
Yeah, that's the best part. I mean, I think for sure this group, as far as being able to have whether it be a mentor to go and find or someone to partner with that can, like you say, come alongside and help you understand some of the deals and how you're pulling, like which deal do you pick, what's your exit, right? So depending, I guess, on what type of house you're trying to buy, and then understanding how to underwrite it correctly, right? So
Yeah.
but, yeah.
Managing like
It's that focus, that focus and determination for sure.
yeah. Last week I was saying like the nagging thing in the back of your head that everybody ignores and procrastinates on. That's what's been really good for me to focus on that to get stuff done. We wanted to collaborate more about Dispo too. I was hoping Amy would be here, but we had this property we got under contract. It's assignable or sub two rather. Same. And dispoing right now is not that easy. So we assigned the contract to New Western, and then nobody could, or they couldn't find a buyer, and we kind of went back and forth on price or whatever, and they canceled it, and then they found a different buyer, so we're back on with them. So we're just hoping that
So you're using New Western?
yeah, we advertised that thing all over Big Dog's website on everything we find around the Dallas, Facebook groups and whatnot. We didn't use Investor Lift. We have a VA that we've been interviewing for cold calls, and he has Dispo stuff and Investor Lift as well. I was gonna continue to tell people about. And then the other thing is if you need cold callers, we're finding a lot of them to interview in Egypt, a whole lot, and they sound good. So.
Some of them, I don't know. I didn't like anyone that we interviewed
Yeah,
recently.
we didn't
actually.
find like the gold star we want, but they sound like a lot better than other places we've found.
In terms
Yeah.
now, how they work is a different story, but at least if you talk to them, you wouldn't think that they're in
In
another country.
But, let me see. I guess we can run through everybody's goals. Mine for the week are I want to hit the doors. I want to door knock at least like I think 20 doors. And that's another thing, consistency over time. I thought to myself this morning, if I would have just done 1 day a week since I joined as a big dog, I would have had almost 200 doors by now. I'm sure we would have had more deals.
It's weird out there right now on deals. I don't know. I mean, obviously there's a ton. I mean, so many people bought houses that had no business buying houses in 21, 22, 23, and they're coming to roost right now. So we're just trying to like, I'm sure Frank maybe has said this, but we're just trying to cut through, even have our VA cut through like this isn't a deal. This isn't a deal. This isn't, you know what I mean? Rather than waste the time on the meeting.
We're trying to get that oh yes connection too. They're not responding because we need somebody to feed short sales. We see them all the time. And we're always like, well, here's your options. We don't do short sales. And we need to have that,
Didn't we have a post somewhere, or was that maybe that was in the Facebook group that I saw they were calling someone out for Austin area?
okay.
Think
I can't
anybody
remember.
actually responded to that strongly. Because I had posted in there that I was interested as well, and that I never got updates from that post.
Okay. Did they call someone out? I don't remember if they did that or
No,
not.
they were asking for somebody who
Oh,
was
gotcha.
very familiar with short sales, and nobody responded.
Okay.
The big dog email that went out a few days ago again referenced oh yes. Oh yes, I think OYEZZ.
Yeah.
And it even had an email contact for Ryan at oh yes or whatever. So I've called him a couple times and nobody's called me back. So how about Frank and Mara, where are you guys at? You're doing the 500 mailers. I think it's coming up on several weeks of it. Are you getting
Yeah. Those were, yeah, I mean, I can respond to that. So those the mailers that we sent for August, I think we saw one, I think, response, and then I haven't seen anything else on those mailers for like the future ones, so September and forward. We should be sending out, it's probably been 2 weeks, so we should be sending out like the yellow one to anyone that's in like substitute trustee or September. So let's see if that gets any attention, because we're sending red to anything that was, like I said, was within 30 days, and then green and yellow, and then red to anyone that was outside of those 30 days. So still setting appointments. We just got to see if we have one this evening that got set. I'd say the automation is working. I had it set from like 8 to 8 to send SMS, and it started sending at like 8 a.m. this morning. We got responses right away, and some negative, some positive. We got one scheduled out of it, so it seems to be working. We just got to get past that. They want to talk, and see if we can't, see if we can help them really more than anything. So we'll keep working at it. It was just like an iteration. We'll see what we do for next month with how many mailers we send out, because it was pretty expensive. So
Do
got
you,
to see if I can recoup some of that.
our phone numbers keep coming up as spam. We just keep,
Risky spam.
yeah, we just keep changing them, or do you know anything about
Mhm.
stay off of that?
No, I mean, what are you guys using for your SMSs?
Is this
It's not the SMS, it's the
Oh, the phone calls. So is it the A2P or was it A10?
well, we use Podio for
our
yeah,
mailers?
that compliance. We use Podio for SMS
Mm-hmm.
and smartphone dialer too. So if somebody texts us, then we can respond on our app. But when
Right.
we're calling people now, it keeps getting into spam, and so we're having to change out phone numbers and cycle between different phone numbers to try to keep it off of that. But
So
so
we're doing with that is I did finally go to a triple dialer a few months ago. It's Wave, so it integrates with Flipping Pro. So it'll put your information back into activity and that. And so I have a bunch of numbers, and what it does is it actually does a location based. If you're calling Dallas, it's going to use my Dallas number, that kind of thing. And I haven't seen it come back, with challenges. I was talking to a buddy of mine, trying to, see if he wanted to do the sales guy that's not working. And so we were testing stuff out, just kind of going through our system. He goes, it's a pretty good system, from what he's seen a bunch. And I go, let me call you. And he's like, no, it comes up with your name, So it's just getting, yeah, you just have to set it. I mean, I set it in my Flipping Pro. I'm not sure what you would do in Podium. So it comes up, not with my name specifically, but it doesn't come up spam. It
Not
comes
spam.
up with Yeah, FM Property Investors.
Cool, man. I can check that out. So-
Yeah, I think
There's
that's
got to be a setting in your whatever you're calling from, or the thing with Wave is you can pay. It's a little bit extra. You can pay for the spam, or I guess anti-spam. I don't know what exactly it's called.
WAIVE or
No,
WAV?
WAVV.
VV. Okay, there. No.
Yeah,
That's shown a 10-line dialer the other day.
Ooh.
I feel like
yeah.
that-
It's a
Dialer was like game changer, man.
it's a 3-line dialer with you can add their numbers. You can verify your numbers if you have some. Like if you bought numbers already, you can just verify that they'll just send you a SMS to it, verify it's yours. But you still have to do the AT10 DLP thing, whatever that's called. I forget what it is.
U2P compliance.
Yeah.
Yeah, ATP compliance. Yeah,
Awesome.
Phyllis knows. She just did it.
So what are you guys working on this week that we can bug you about next week?
Finding deals.
Honestly, what'd you say? Commercial?
Finding deals, commercial deals,
Oh,
but
finding deals, yeah.
he's got other stuff that he's doing on other single family.
So one of the big dogs that we had from or that did our first deal with us, he sent us about 9 just kind of driving for dollars, just deals, not deals, like prospects. So we're chasing those down. So put them in my system and started sending messages. I kind of took from what we have of our postcard and sent another postcard out just saying, hey, we buy the whole bike homes for cash kind of deal. So
Cool.
see if that works. But most of them are abandoned, so it's like I gotta go do some more tracing. So
Pretty much what we're for dollars and foreclosures. And then I
Yeah.
think if we can get consistent with both of those, then we'll add in probate this fall, I think it's coming.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We have a stack of notes in the car. So if we're just going from point A to point B and we randomly see a house, we can just stop and
yeah, they're already
You know,
put in
put a note
FedEx
there.
envelopes. We copied a bunch, and so we just run up and stick.
Oh,
them.
that's awesome.
And
I don't know. Yeah, so that's what I'm chasing that this week, and then just talking to one of my buddies is a sales guy, so see if we can get him in on doing some call for us or really just help us with it. I think some of the calls, like we reduced the hours for our VA just to focus money elsewhere, and he's just not getting through the call. So I either got to give him back those hours back or get someone else to call and actually be able to close on the calls that answer. So I might talk to you about your cold callers and see what they got.
okay,
If
yeah,
this guy doesn't come through.
we got to find some good ones, and then the one we've been training is coming around a lot. But seriously, if you're interested in mobile home parks at all, we're updating the list starting with all the Dallas metro area, and I have the list of every park in Texas we're going through, so that we're going to start marketing to mom and pop with cold calls and mailers.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
And then I have a list of every broker in the United States too that I'm working on calling too.
What do you say? Well, maybe we should schedule another call.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that this week. So I'm working on my commercial stuff, and then I'll help we get meetings set up with single family, so I'll take those when he can't take them.
Okay, cool. It's a lot more opportunity than multifamily right now. I would think. I don't know if more opportunity, but
Different, right?
call it a better opportunity right now.
Yeah. I feel like it's a lot of work. It's the same amount of work, but more zeros. That's what I really feel like it is. So we'll see. We have to jump in a minute here, but I said something in the chat, and it's Gary V and really talking about because I feel like I'm such an old dog, new tricks. That's what's happening. And so he kind of talks about how Sam Walton started Walmart at 44. Come on, he was at 21, when he started it.
Oh yeah, look that up. There's so many guys that are famous and super successful that were in into their 60s and 70s before they really hit it.
Yeah. So if you're old like me, don't worry.
I'm almost 47, yeah.
Colonel Sanders was
Like
almost
that.
70 when he started KFC.
Yes, I know. You're right, Joseph. You're right.
So Joe, you want to jump in here, man? How was your last week? What you got for next week or this week?
Last week was pretty good. We did a couple of good days of some good calling. Ran into one lady who runs a daycare out of her home, and we're the conversation kind of jokingly, not jokingly, went to, well, let me buy your house and then help you expand your operation. So,
Okay.
we're playing around with that idea. This week, focus. We're locking in this week. This is, week before the foreclosure. We've still got the one deal that we're trying to dispo before the end of this week. I'm hiring a VA. That I did want to talk to you about that, Chad. What do you use to pay your VAs?
That's a trick because there's always a fee. And then if you're having VAs work for somebody else, they don't want to pay the fee. So what have we been using? PayPal.
So at this point, well, especially the one, but he's not with us anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I was paying him through PayPal, but the problem is that when you don't do a friends and family, they get the fee. But then if you do it like as a service, because it is kind of a service, then we get the fee. And so it's kind of like, well, who's going to take the fee? So that's what we're kind of dealing with, is kind of the best platform to pay.
What was the other one?
Okay.
Showed us a few platforms. There's a popular one. Do you remember what it is?
Yeah.
Like Upwork or Fiverr?
No, that's
No.
to find.
Yeah, that's to
people.
find jobs. This is a pay
But
platform.
this is more like only in the Philippines though.
Let me see. I think I might have it in my phone while we're talking here. I can try to find it.
Okay, the one that I'm talking to is based out of Egypt, so I'm specifically trying to figure out how to get money to Egypt.
So if they actually have a US bank account, then you can pay them that way. Because one of our VAs actually has a US bank account, even though they're not in the US. And so that makes it easy to
Interesting.
PH, without any fees.
Yeah, that's Kadri. When you talk to him, you can ask. He's the one that sent me the solutions, basically, that I'm trying to find right now for you.
Okay. Yeah, I emailed him. I haven't seen a response, but I think that was Friday, so.
He's a busy dude, but he'll get back.
Yeah.
And he's got like 20 other people he works with that are programmers.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll shoot him another email on that then. My goals for this week is we're hitting the phones hard this week. We're trying to do like 4 to 5 hours per day. I'm getting this VA on cold calling. Um, we're just riding the bicycle basically.
Consistency over time, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Have you tried WhatsApp with Kadri? He responds a lot better than email.
I don't think I have his WhatsApp. I
We-
think I just have his email.
Well, I mean, if he's okay with that, that might be better.
Yeah, I can share this with you too.
Okay.
Why don't you search it?
The payment. So, did you name a SMART goal? Sorry, I was distracted looking for this. Or you want for next week for you?
Get VA onboarded, and we're gonna say 4 hours a day of cold calling per week. We're gonna hit it really hard.
Okay.
Is it Payoneer?
I think it might be.
Payoneer. That is one of the ones that the VA has suggested to me. Like I've been talking to him and asking him, and he was like, we could do Upwork, we could do here, let me pull up that message with him real quick. He said deal Remitly, Upwork, Wise, or Payoneer.
I think that was the other one, Wise.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think
Payoneer,
of.
and that's the one I was trying to think of.
Yeah, but even still, they're all gonna have fees. It's just who's gonna pay for the fees. So
Got it.
Yeah, gotta figure out how to absorb it.
yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out.
Okay.
Who wants to talk?
Hey everybody.
What's up, Gary?
Hey Gary.
Hey, I wanted to introduce everybody to Alexis. She's new here. She's my daughter-in-law. She works with me.
Hello.
Hey, Alexis.
Hi.
Oh. Right. I've got we got a builder show. The builder show here in Dallas is tomorrow and Wednesday. There's some good training there. There's got going to do a lot of networking. There's every 2 years they come out with new contracts, and so this is kind of the launch of this year's contracts. So I'm gonna go to that meeting and see what all the new Texas state laws are and get all the new contracts packages that all be effective September 1st.
Is that for anyone to go?
I'm sorry?
Week ago?
Yeah. You got to register. I can send a link.
Are you going tomorrow and Wednesday?
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow afternoon. I'm actually gonna stay there overnight and be there all day Wednesday. So we're gonna head up there around noontime tomorrow.
Is it like in Dallas?
It's at the Gaylord in Grapevine.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
I didn't say together.
Yeah. Yeah, let me I can send you guys a link so you can register. I think it's like $100.
I think I still have it up on my computer.
Let me find it here.
Sounds like Wednesday might be our only option for if we go though.
All right, what's tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
I mean, I know we were busy.
We're not sure if we're gonna be in Jacksonville or Dallas tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
We're Jacksonville right now. Maybe coming home today. Maybe coming to Dallas tomorrow. I don't know.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good. I mean, obviously you got the show floor. I'll put the link in the chat here. You got the show floor, you had a lot of networking, a lot of I mean, even if you're, for house flipping, just there's people trying to sell products, new products, stuff like that, more cost-effective ways of doing things. Just things are cool. A lot of cabinet companies, stuff like that. And then there's lenders there. I mean, they basically do like business lending. There's everything there. Then a ton of networking.
You could find a lender that would give you better terms. I keep thinking maybe you could find some investors that want to partner with you and get you on that HUD sheet.
Yeah, so Amy, who's not on the call,
Amy.
yeah, she connected me with somebody who's, I guess I'm supposed to have a conversation with him today, about partnering on some stuff. And then Edmundo's got, I guess, an interested party, a builder in Houston who's willing to sign on to some stuff also. And I want to, I'm just wanted to kind of run some stuff by you guys and ask you kind of your thoughts on this. I know Phil talks about, these deals being, you can do 70% minus construction costs. That's kind of a guideline there. And he said, obviously if you're coming in and getting it at like 27, 28%, whatever, right? I mean, it's just whatever your tolerance for that is. And I understand not wanting to take a risk. And I just, in my mind, I look at this as a builder trying to get into investing and saying, can I get more deals with a smaller margin? Because I make money on the construction, because I can do construction probably 20, 30% cheaper than anybody hiring a contractor could do, right? And so I'm making money there. Like, wouldn't it, like for me, I'm looking at this as saying, wouldn't it be better to be working at like a 20% margin and getting volume deals? Right. And because like, even if I got a shorter volume, I mean, a shorter margin, I'm still making money on the construction side or saving money on the construction side. So I'm still going to have a margin there. I'm just, we looked at a house in Anna on Friday. And there was a lot of traffic there. Ran into other big dogs there. I mean, I don't know how many people showed up looking at this property. Probably at least 7 or 8 just in the 30 minutes we were there walking this property. That being said, it was a really good deal. We actually put in a full offer in above asking price, and it still got rejected. She's still going to, it's like, what in the heck? And I'm just wondering, and I guess this was one of Nico's deals, and this is just me, my cynical nature. It's like if you if that was me, right? If I was Nico, and I know this isn't an indictment on Nico because I don't really know him or how he operates or anything like that. So I'm just thinking out loud, right? If that's me, and I had and I had a really good relationship with a couple of people, and I wanted them to have this house, it was a good deal. Wouldn't I just tell them what the highest bid is so they could get it? Like, I wonder if that stuff happens, right? And it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. This house, I mean, it was gross. I mean, it was a hoarder house. There was animals in it. She was living in it. It was absolutely disgusting. Mounds of dog feces everywhere. You're slipping in urine walking through the house. It was disgusting. Um, but that being said, it was like on a golf course, in an area with homes from six to $900,000 houses, and they're asking 260 for it. And really what it needed to be was like cleaned up and probably all the sanitized and all the finishes redone. New roof, that some of the basic stuff. It's not like it needed anything majorly structural done to it. And I think that's part of the allure to it, right? And
Yeah.
and I'm just looking at this thing saying, man, could I have gone higher? Like I could have made a lot of money in this house, and it's like, I've talked to a couple of people, and they're like, just some deals. It's like, oh, I'm not going to make enough money. That project in South Lake, we had an investor, and he's like, oh, I'm not going to make enough money. We're only going to walk away with about $8 million, and I'm just like, it's crazy. Like only $8 million. I'm glad you're not interested in it. If I made half of that, I think I'd be okay.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand the whole margin thing. It's like, wouldn't I rather do 10 houses, 10 deals at 20%, even taking the risk of losing on one or two of them than doing one or two at 30-35% where you're going to make money and they're safe. Doesn't that make more sense? It just feels like that's more revenue to me, you know?
If you're good at that, for us normal humans that aren't builders, I think we got to stick to the 70% when I say,
And that makes sense. That makes sense. The problem is I'm trying to partner with people who want to stick with the 70%. And it's like, guys, I just
look, you can go over this because I can save you X percent, on the construction, 30%. So that's an additional 5%. So we can go to 25% instead of 30. And then maybe check the inventory too, because I've heard people say, like even Chris Salcido was saying, oh, North Dallas, where we got this house we're keeping. He's like, the rules change a little there, it's a higher price point and you can push up to like 80% because there's so much appreciation in some areas that's like, well, not with the market right now, but normal days, I think like you can watch your value go up monthly as you're flipping the house in places, right? And
yeah.
house across the street sold for asking price in one
Oh,
day.
Yeah, so I don't know. This area is different. I was like, wait a minute, yeah.
I think those, like, if you're trying to tighten the numbers, Gary, it also depends on the market, right? To lower risk, if you got a good market and a location, then it'd be a lot better than something that's going to be really hard to sell.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of inventory right now, and with new construction, the production guys aren't selling stuff right now. And I get that, right? Might have to sit on some stuff for a little bit, but I don't, if we're starting new construction, right? I mean, it's going to be 6 months to a year before we get stuff inventory up, right? It's not like we're sitting on inventory currently. Um, and I guess, does anybody think that interest rates are going up anytime soon? I mean, or do we kind of all think in the next 6 months to a year they're eventually going to come down, even if it's just a point or so, right? To kind of stimulate the market a little bit.
Powell's not backing down. There's not a lot of people thinking the fall is going to bring them. But if anything, in May, Trump's pretty much publicly humiliated as much as he can Powell, and he's going to kick him out from what?
Yeah, I mean, and his term's almost done anyway. In what, another 6 months, right? So
It's up in May.
it's May. Okay.
But
No.
you know what you're thinking or saying, it's also got me thinking of like aviation a little bit and how like if you make mistakes, you got to drop it because you got to look forward because you're going forward quickly. And that's how we can also like what's coming in the economy and have, alternate airports. Like, what if we can't sell this house? And I heard Andy and Julia say we got all this inventory. They got like 6 houses they can't sell or something. And he said every investment we ever get into, we have multiple exit strategies in case something goes different.
Yeah. Yeah, and that makes sense. I mean, and I'm just like, I'm looking for more volume, right? And yeah, if we got to sit on stuff and rent it for a while just to get stuff going, I don't know. Nobody wants to lose money, right? So venture capitalists, somebody told me one time, it's like, venture capitalists, they'll look at 100 deals, they'll invest in 10. Out of the 10, they're gonna lose money on 3, break even on 7 or 6. No, lose money on 2, break even on 7, and then they're gonna make money on 1. And that makes it all worthwhile. It's that 1. And it's like, if we're always looking for that 1, you're going to miss it if you're not investing in the other 9. And I think that's kind of the mindset there.
I can hear Grant Gale just telling me, don't do bad deals. Don't do bad deals. Don't do bad deals. Just don't.
No. He's one of them that's saying this, right? And I get it. Like, I get why he's saying it. And I'm just wondering, and that's why I'm mentioning this. It's like, is that the right way to think about this? Nobody wants to lose money. I'm not talking about going into stuff carelessly, right?
No, I think you have the ability though. If you can shave costs like that, yeah, you have an advantage where you can push formulas a little different.
Yeah, and I'll give you an example. The house I'm building in McKinney, I had another big dog who's another contractor, give me a price on some stuff, and I actually thought it was pretty decent pricing. It was a whole slew of stuff right in the beginning, right up to the foundation. It was like 145 grand was his price. So I started, I'm getting multiple bids and contractors, and I started breaking all the stuff down, right down to the septic system, and I got all of those same items done for $65,000.
Wow.
Like,
The other thing is always ask for a discount. I got $25,000 knocked off a paving job because I asked.
Yep. Yeah, because people want the work, right? They're going to go in. They're not going to go in cheap all the time. Sometimes they do, but you just keep asking, right? Yeah, no, we did that on an appliance package one time with the appliance company. It's like, hey, can you do better? It's like, yeah, we'll just knock 10 grand off it, the whole appliance package. Like, oh, just because you asked. Happens all the time.
Complain about inflation and bills or something and wine, then say, can you do any better? Or can you make this any cheaper? And it usually works.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
all right, we got Rosalind and Phyllis and Alexis. If you guys all want to pitch in here and say how your week's going, what you're doing this week, and then we'll try to beat you up next week.
Upgraded, so I upgraded on my flipping pro, so that's a big thing for me. So I'm excited about that. So that means I'll be able to do up.
What you upgraded? What
on my flipping pro, because I've been waiting to be able to move forward, and so now I have, and so that's going to be a big deal this week, is for me to figure all that out. And then I have this lady that I've been working on her foreclosure. But she's scheduled for the 5th, and yeah, she's not gonna. There's nothing that I'm gonna be able to do for her unless I can get permission on the short sale and try it from there. So that's my plan. She finally got me some information that the numbers were not good, and so over the weekend, so now I've got to try to find the person to talk to at her mortgage company.
This is a time suck, isn't it? For no return.
Well, it's good for me. Hey, why don't we just throw the hard one at you at the very beginning, So, yeah. And so I kind of, she's super nice. And I started, I was like empathizing with her as a single mom and all this stuff. And then now it's gotten to where, well, sorry you're in this position. So it's like I was telling myself I needed to be hard. I need to be harder. I'm not going to be able to do anything if I'm constantly, empathizing with the people to try to just get them out of their problem without worrying about me too.
Yeah.
I know I'm not going to get anything really out of this, but it's good experience, especially straight out.
It's so valuable. Like, that's investing in yourself and your own knowledge, right? Getting these cycles in front of sellers is like Man, that's one of the coolest things I think for my own value is the cycles I've been getting with negotiations and people. Since God, I don't think we would have gotten this many cycles on our own without big dogs.
Well, I haven't been in front of anybody and talking to them until this lady, and it has helped a lot. Just because it's not that hard. You know, before you do it, it's hard because you don't know. And so now it's like, oh, that wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she wanted the help. So the ones that don't want the help, that'll be a different challenge. But just being able to be in front of somebody has helped a lot.
Yeah, totally. But some people, they need help and they don't want it. I had a lady, I should have pushed more door knocking the other day, but she didn't want to talk to me. So. And by the way, catch us and go with us. I don't know exactly when this week, but all month I'm gonna be in and out doing that.
Okay. Well, okay. So you don't know, y'all will be back. I go on shift tomorrow, so I'll text you sometime between now and Wednesday, I guess. Would that work to see what
sure.
your
When your days are free, let me know, and then we'll match up. I'm sure at some point.
Sounds good.
Cool. So you have a goal for the week?
Work on my flipping pro and get this lady get a short sale started.
Okay. Initiate the short sale. Good luck with that.
I'm gonna try my best.
All right. Thank you. Rosalind, you there? Rosalind, are you there? You're muted if so. I don't know if you want to talk to us or not.
I think she's trying.
Can't hear you if you're trying to talk.
Do you
Yeah, I don't know what.
unmute?
Or
do you want to talk?
I don't know.
So thumbs up if you want to say something.
No thumbs up. All right.
No thumbs up.
Alexis, you want to introduce yourself or say anything or jump in with any weekly goals?
Yeah, I can go. Yeah, my name is Alexis. Gary is my father-in-law. And I started working with him about a month ago, like full time. And right now I'm getting my real estate license right now. So that's what I've been really focusing on, is trying to get my coursework done so I can get my exam done. I feel like there's a lot of value in having a license, so that's why I'm doing it. That's what I've really been focusing on. And this week I have another exam. So my goal for this week is really to study as much as possible and pass the exam really. It's the second exam out of 6. So it's kind of a lot to do. So yeah, that's my goal, is to really just get that done and pass, really. So
there's like a cheat study cram course or whatever, right? Are you using this?
yeah.
Jen was doing that for Florida.
Yeah, I have there's a Quizlet that I've been using to study each one, like each course before the test, and it helps a lot. Like I go through the videos, and I obviously, like, I'm watching and I'm listening and I'm trying to, work along with it and take notes when I need to, and then when I'm done with everything, I just start going hard on the Quizlet, like as much as possible. Like, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. I remember I had to do that for tests for getting pilot certificates, and there was one day I spent the entire day reading every question and the correct answer. And I mean, you can't believe what that does for your test score the next day. It's incredible.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's like the last test I was like, it's pretty hard.
You're breaking up.
I mean, it's a lot of stuff I don't know. So I studied up into the moment the exam started, and it helped a lot. It really did. So yeah. So yeah, that's my goal, is just to pass, really, and then start the next one. So yeah, and then also finding properties for Gary is also what I'm doing. I'm trying to find like putting in offers like on that Anna house that we didn't get. Probably try and find something similar area. So yeah.
Cool. Well, we're
Yeah.
hoping to get a flip for you guys to participate with soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we would have flipped the one we have now if we had a little more cash in the bank. We're just trying to get
Yeah.
paid right
If
now.
this wasn't our first one,
Yeah.
I think we would. I mean, sort of, but you know.
Cool. Turn off this recording. Do that.
Yeah, there.